Instagram, live on Facebook. Happy Thirsty Thursday, everyone. And we got our glasses facing out with that nice branding. We are ready to go, and we're both having a drink that we've never had before.
I don't think I have. I mean, maybe inadvertently, but not on purpose, for sure.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
super excited.
I do accidentally drink beer, you know? Do you ever just you're walking down the street and you just accidentally drink beer?
You're like, oh, I thought that was water. It just happened to have, like, malt and hops in it? That's weird. Yeah. I didn't mean to do that.
You know what, I guess before I became, like, a super kind of interested in beer, I mean, I've always been interested in drinking. Okay, there's a difference. And I would just drink, you know, people would go, like, here you go, or you're just drink it. So I don't want to say I never had this kind of beer because I have had a few birthdays, so there's a chance.
Just a few.
Yeah, but have I ever, I haven't brewed this beer. I haven't had a home brewer give me this kind of beer. And I haven't ordered this kind of beer.
So clearly it's not a stout, anything bourbon barrel.
It's not a stout, it's not bourbon.
Anything, yeah. Someone said, our beer glasses, bonjour. Hello, bonjour to you as well. So yeah, the type of beer that we're talking about today is cream ale. Mm-hmm. So funny story about this.
Okay, I'm ready.
She knows this story.
Oh,
I'm telling the viewers. We're actually going to talk about our Orangsicle cream ale, which is a seasonal kit, right?
Correct.
So it's a seasonal kit that Brewer's Best does, and I was super hyped about it because Orangsicle. I don't like the color orange is not okay, but
I like orange.
The flavor orange is great. So I was super hyped, and I did too good of a job at my job. I sent out an email. Everyone was like, wow, that is a great email. That girl deserves a raise.
That's how she started this conversation with me this morning.
I walked into her office, and I kid you not, I came in and I did this type of thing on the desk, and I was like, I need a raise. And I didn't think about how that would come off. But,
I'm like, what?
No, but
you know,
I just came in to tell her that I did such a good job that we're currently sold out of Orangsicle cream ale. So we do have the American cream ale, which we did a 316. That's what we're going to be talking about today. But the Orangsicle cream ale will be back in stock.
What's today? Today's Thursday, so I will have it back in stock on Tuesday.
Okay, so a few days. And then thank you to everyone that bought it already. If you're watching this,
it's gone.
And we're super hyped. I know Boozy Scientist usually gets on here. He was super hyped to see that. He was like, I'm going to go get one right away.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. And he does. He buys them.
And we typically will have them in stock. So I'm going to have to say you're right. It was you. Because I don't know why we would run out.
It was on me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm super excited. As I was pouring this earlier, I smell like a raspberry.
Do you want to explain to them how you were pouring it earlier?
Okay, so earlier, I don't want to show the can, but I had the can like this, and I did one of those things where you drop it, but you kind of catch it, and it hit the table, but it must have been
popped the bottom.
Yeah. So then, without thinking, I just pop the top, and I go to pour it, and the foam literally went from the bottom of the glass to right here, and I poured it about 10 minutes before the live. And I was glad that I did because it took the full 10 minutes for the foam to settle.
I walk into my office and she's standing here with not a glass of beer, but a glass of foam.
Literally not at all. It was ridiculous. I think that's the worst poured beer that I've ever done. And that's impressive because when I first started working here, I did a really, really bad job because I didn't understand the whole side tilt thing. Yeah. But I did the side tilt thing.
After you popped the beer on the bottom.
Okay, let's just drink. Ooh, that's smooth.
I don't hate this.
Do you really not?
Really?
I was expecting you to be like, it's not my favorite. So it has the same mouthfeel to me as when we tried the milkshake IPA. Are you getting like that smooth mouthfeel to it?
I don't think it's quite as creamy, but
not quite.
It isn't like an American Light. But I taste the hops.
Yeah, same. I was gonna say I was expecting it to be a lot sweeter, to be honest.
Yeah, this I would say if I were outside doing lawn work, working in the garage, at the beach, at the pool, was looking for something refreshing, I would do this. If I were at a restaurant, pairing it with a meal, I wouldn't.
This, I'm like oddly really satisfied with.
Yes, because you're also the one who was having beer sadness. Because, I'm going to coin it, called beer sadness.
You heard it here first.
Because you and I were on vacation over Thursday and you didn't get your Thursday beer.
Yeah, I was having beer sadness.
You were. It's a real thing and you guys know about beer sadness. If you're watching this, you know about it.
In short term, it's a bunch of BS, but so normally if I go out and I just want a beer that I know that I'll like and that I don't want to like worry about too much, I'll just get a wheat beer because I know that it's pretty chill. But it has like a little bit of like that sweet maltiness to it. Some hoppy, like, I don't know, I just like wheat beers. It's my go-to if I just don't want to think. This is like, to me, it kind of is similar to a wheat beer, but without that sweet aspect to it.
Because it's not citrusy like a lot of the wheat beers.
No, and there's still that, like, prominent hop flavor. It's, I'm like tempted to say it's like more bitter than I expected, but it's not even bitter. It's just...
It has more flavor than I expected.
For sure.
I expected it to be a little bit more of a, kind of a watery...
Yeah, kind of. like the light American, what did you call it? You call it like light American domesticated beers when we were doing the Hoptimized taste test. I don't know if anyone's seen the Hoptimized taste test. That was from like way back in the early days of Thirsty Thursday. But basically what we did is we just took a bunch of light beers and we added Hoptimized to them. And which is like this concentrated hop, what is it, oil?
It's an oil.
Yeah, and then it changes the flavor profile of the beer. It's actually really cool. I'd love to do that again, actually, now that I've, like...
See if it changes.
See if it changed, because I remember I was like a 3 or 4 drop person, but I'd like to see if
Well, and it would be great if we weren't doing this during the work week. A fun experiment would be to have our staff come on board.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, what is your go-to kind of beer? Because our staff has a huge different variety of go-to beers. We're going to go from the domestic light all the way to the porters and the stouts, and you're going to have some super IPA guys, and then we have some guys who don't like IPA, and we have some guys who just want it to be beer.
Yeah.
And then if we did that taste test to see at what point does this taste profile person say stop.
Say stop, yeah. That would be really
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I'd want.
Except for we're all drinking and I can't turn them back. I can't go say, please drink and then go back on your tow motor. Except it doesn't work like that.
We're all too busy getting home brewing supplies to use, so you can do these things.
Yeah, we can't stop.
So how about this? Do these things, video them, tag us in them, and then, we can live vicariously through you.
Unless we did it on TikTok.
That'd be
fun. Don't do a TikTok live.
That'd be fun.
We could do a Friday happy hour experiment with the staff, and every one of them would come for free beer.
It's educational.
In nature.
In nature.
Tell me that they wouldn't come. If you provide the beer, they will come.
Okay, so Home Brew Ohio has done this thing where they put us into teams to try and, like, improve work productivity and, like, relationships, blah, blah, right? Cool. And one of the things that we do is we do, like, group bonding activities. I'm putting it in parentheses. It actually is. I don't know why I did that. But, basically one of the activities, like, we can choose whatever activity we want.
And then we all have to do it.
And the first activity that we did, it was just hilarious to me. We had a potluck, but everything that we brought had to start with the letter P. Like, and it was just arbitrarily chosen. It's because the warehouse manager, I think, a lot of the time, if she wants to make a job sound fun, that's not that fun, she'll be like, it's a palooza! So we had a potluck palooza, and everything that we ate started with the letter P. And just, like, really random, silly, funny things like that, I feel like is what videos would be fun to do.
And we do them.
Yeah, and we do them. So.
Yeah, because I started it, because I wanted to show you guys it wasn't like all seriousness, you know. So I said I'll do the first bonding activity, and I did it on. Sadly, I was gonna do it on Fat Tuesday. Okay, so I bought the beads, and I had all kinds of snacks, and I'm gonna put my speaker on the car, and I'm gonna play like Mardi Gras songs.
And it was a snow day, wasn't it?
It's the only snow day the company has ever
It was crazy.
had. We were closed.
I was literally snowed in. Like, my Prius was
I was at home mad because I had the day off, and I had all these cool. So the next day, I'm like, "Here's your beads. Here's your snacks. You're not the same."
Listen, you say that you did it like that, but I really didn't feel that vibe. So you did a good job pushing
that
it
way
down.
inside. Because I was like, even at night when I was cooking, I was like, Alexa, play this from Mardi Gras, that, and I was picking my songs.
Paula, like, one thing about Paula is she goes hard. Like, she gets an idea, she's like, let's go. Oh, should we tell them about, like, our plans for the...
I know you're excited about that.
Should we?
Yeah, we can do a teaser about that.
Okay.
We went on a field trip yesterday.
Okay, so we went on a field trip. There's a new space that we're going to be using for our live rooms. Instead of this...
Instead of my office/closet.
Literally sauna. This is what...
We're warm right now. I'm just going to keep drinking.
I feel like I'm drinking in a sauna. But yeah, it's a new space, and we're gonna design it to have some pretty cool features. So I'm really excited. It's gonna have some lights, maybe our logo, and we're gonna try to use like as many recycled things as we can to make it cool.
And even like bring in the things that we use in the warehouse, kind of industrial, to make it part of our backdrop. So unfortunately, like a lot of times you guys see my pretty pictures over there that came from my little cousins and stuff. That's not going to be our backdrop anymore.
Or the backdrop isn't going to be the corkboard with the
corkboard with the latest item we're going to be donating to a good cause. You never know what's going to be on there.
Yeah, so look forward to that. I know I'm really excited. I spent a good share of yesterday figuring out how I want to
You sent some really great ideas, and we're going to work on it. So I'm hoping that maybe once because the offices that we're redoing over there are kind of a hot mess. So once there has flooring and paint and lighting, then even though they're not done, maybe we start using them if we have internet. And then our folks can see the change in the space and even give us ideas.
Yeah.
Because I think one idea is good, 2 ideas is better, and 1 million ideas is even better.
For sure.
Yeah, because I think it'll be really cool.
Okay, I need to stop drinking this and we need to actually talk about it. It's delicious.
It is.
Do you agree? We agree on a beer?
Do you see?
Look! That, I don't know, that's like pretty dang even. So, I'm impressed at us.
Yeah.
I guess if we ever go...
But I'm finding it really refreshing.
Yeah, it is.
And I kind of like, do you ever feel, like sometimes I feel like there's only so many mental calories I can burn in a day, and then after a while my brain
for sure.
just says, I'm done. I'm not making another decision.
That's a real thing.
I'm done. And I get there. Usually I don't get there till the end of the day, but I feel like this is one that wouldn't take any mental calories because you're not going to talk about the flavor profile, or I wish it was a little more barrel-aged, or it's this, or that.
It's just good.
It's a freaking beer.
Yeah.
It's a beer.
Cheers to that. But it's a good one. So we got our kit here. Like I said, we're going to talk about the Orangsicle Cream Ale. But you can make this kit into pretty much whatever flavor you want if you add your own flavorings. We have both sets of instructions. Well, Paula's got her instructions. Don't
my
you
job.
worry.
It's what I do.
It's what she does. So on the American Cream Ale, it's going to be ABV of 5.25 to 5.75%.
And then the cream ale, if you were going to do the Orangsicle, is only 3.8 to 4.2. It's darn near a Radler.
So a little bit lower.
Yeah.
Quite a bit lower, actually.
Yeah.
What about the IBUs? On this guy, the American Cream Ale is 16 to 18.
Same difference, 17 to 21.
So, I mean, nothing. Really nothing there.
Slightly elevated.
Which surprises me. I wonder what the actual IBUs for this is, because it's not super bitter, but...
And since I didn't have any, I went out to find a brewery that had put something out that was smaller, and I found a brewery out of Kentucky is where this one is from, and I don't know what the IBUs were.
Yeah. Alright, so what do we have in this kit?
No, this kit's gonna also be straw in color, the regular American cream ale, but the Orangsicle is a pale gold.
That makes sense, because the orange.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Is this straw in color? Is this...
I would say straw.
Considered straw, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fairly pale.
Yeah. Because I think if we didn't have it sweating because it's 900 degrees in there, a little lighter.
Literally,
Yeah.
like, look at this glass. I don't know how well you guys can see, but...
Yeah. We're not complaining because in February we're going to wish we had this back.
Who's sweating more, our glasses or us?
I don't want to talk about it.
Alright, let's see. So, the American Cream Ale, you're going to have Pilsen Light DME. You got 2 pounds of that, which is,
Wow, that's really different.
it's double than what the Orange Cream Ale has. The Orange Cream Ale only has 1 pound, right? And it's wheat.
Yeah, are you doing DME? They only
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
1 pound wheat DME. That's it.
Yeah. So there's a difference there. You're also going to have corn sugar.
You have a pound of corn sugar, and I
don't have corn sugar in that.
No.
So it's interesting. They're both cream ales, but there's a little bit of a different, quite a bit of a different.
Well, what's your LME?
So the LME is going to be this guy, Pilsen Light.
And see, my LME would be extra light.
Okay.
But also, I would add 1 pound of lactose and 8 ounces of maltodextrin in the Orangsicle. That is not part of
Yeah, that's not part of
the profile here at all.
Yeah.
So you have 3 fermentables, and I have 4 fermentables.
But the orange creamsicle also has specialty grains, and this kit doesn't include any specialty grains,
Which
right?
means that this would be super easy. Like, just brew it and go.
Just brew it.
Just brew it.
Yeah, so what are the specialty grains in that?
So they're a pound of pale, which kind of makes sense with this whole thing, and a pound of flaked wheat. And I did a little homework on the history of cream ales.
She was a teacher, so
Right.
she has to research.
I do. I have to research and know why. So it surprised me because it does have flaked wheat, and so the flaked thing is a cream ale thing.
Okay.
But according to everything I read, traditional cream ale would actually have flaked corn because it's an American cream ale, and the fermentables were substituted to flaked corn instead of the barleys. This one isn't conforming.
Well,
But it still has a flake.
I feel like there's quite a bit of that in the beer world. This, and this. Oh, but also these
This little
things.
twist. Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. Absolutely. Now you also have you have 2 kinds of hops, and this one has 2 kinds of hops.
Okay, so the hops I have are Willamette and
You have a Czech Saaz, right?
Czech Saaz. Yep.
Okay, and
So
this
an ounce
one,
each of those.
well, and this one's 2 ounces also.
Okay.
But Huel Melon and Chinook.
Okay.
So nothing the same.
Nothing the same. And then you've got your, priming sugar, your crown caps, and good old US-05 for your
Absolutely.
yeast.
And then this one has 4 ounces of natural orange flavoring.
Okay, so that's what's making it the orange
Absolutely.
cream.
So I really think that the orange creamsicle, even though they're both cream ales, going to have a little more mouthfeel and creaminess than traditional.
Well, it has that lactose, so
And the
that's what's
maltodextrin.
making it that ice cream. I think ice cream.
The
type of it.
milkshake kind of thing.
Yeah.
So actually, the orange creamsicle directions seem to be a little bit more traditional than the traditional.
I'm gonna go over your head.
Cream
Watch
ale.
out.
Yeah. But you know what? It was in this, here, a version of American lager style. So the bottom line is, the Americans came up with the cream ale, according to what I read, because they were trying to compete with some of the European lagers.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted to find something fast and easy that we would drink that would have a similar kind of easy drinking, unassuming beverage, and that's exactly what they got.
It's like the typical I can't mention brands, but it's the typical beer that your friend would hand you. Mm-hmm. But like with more to it.
I like it better.
Oh, I like it way better. And
because I don't like the other.
And I don't think you were expecting to like this.
I no.
Yeah, fact, just be real. All right, just be real.
I spent a lot of time yesterday looking for something for us to drink that wasn't going to be disgusting in my mind. Truly, like, I was probably in,
problem she has, oh my gosh.
First world problems.
Me, not knowing anything and literally just going into most of my drinks blindly. Paula having to find the perfect thing that she'll know that she likes.
And I had to buy a variety pack.
Ooh.
To get the one that I thought was going to be a good one, which I did well. Mm-hmm. And my time and energy pays off for us.
You did great. You did great. You know, I just have to get a dig
But
at
the same time, my 2 sons have confiscated all the other beers out of the variety pack.
You're like, this is ours now.
Yeah, they just did. They were in there divvying it up as we were getting ready for the live.
Cool.
Thanks, boys.
Whatever.
For taking care of
in our new live room. I'm just gonna put.
We need a fridge.
That's what I was gonna say. We're gonna put a fridge in there and just like.
We need a cool fridge though, like an old, like the old ones that had the clunk handle. For those of you at my age, you know exactly
the clunk handle.
You know what I'm talking about. Cool. You open it up.
No, it'd be cool. I noticed today when I was logging on. You wouldn't think it, but our Home Brew Ohio like logo colors. Obviously not the black and white, but the like mint green teal color kind of matches my shirt a bit that I was wearing today.
You're very homebrew.
So we need an old retro fridge that is that color. That'd be so cool.
Even if we could just find one that's not that color, we could make it that color.
Spray paint does wonders.
I'm saying.
Spray paint does absolute wonders.
And I'm not bad with spray paint.
I can't imagine. They make even like textural spray paint that'll look like rocks and different.
I've done chairs that way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Old metal chairs for my patios.
You know, it's taking everything in me not to just plaster the whole room in yellow, because yellow's my favorite.
But yellow is not our color.
No, it's not at all. Before we sign off, This is a story worth telling.
Did we say the price though of the kit?
You know, we never do because that's not my specialty.
Or anything.
Well, the code is for the.
The code's for the one you can no longer get.
Hides behind beer.
Somebody sold it out.
Hides behind beer.
And we did not. No, we're gonna blame Mike. Mike owns the company and he does the purchasing and he ran out.
Mike, come on.
Get with the program.
He's not even watching.
No, he's not. He's in the warehouse right now.
So, unfortunately there's no code for you. I'm sorry. You got it. You know the early bird gets the worm. But it's $39.99 for the American Cream Ale.
What's the deal?
And I believe it's around the same for the Orangsicle.
I don't know.
It's like 30 to 40. I didn't have the exact price because when I looked on the website it wasn't there because it was sold out. But $39.99 for the American Cream Ale, and like I said, there's nothing saying you can't turn it into your own orange creamsicle.
Oh, for sure.
Get some lactose.
Right, you were gonna tell a story.
I was gonna tell a story. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
You'll know that you've made it in life if your boss texts you a picture while she's at the restore. So we're setting up this new room for the live. We're setting up new offices.
And I don't believe you should buy anything that already exists. You should not manufacture something in this environment. If you can reuse something or repurpose
reuse, recycle.
And so, oftentimes, like office furniture, a desk is a desk. If it's clean and it works, I don't need a new desk. Nobody needs a new desk. What we need is a good working experience. And a lot of the old desks are better than the new desks. Mm-hmm. So I was at the Habitat for Humanity spending Home Brew Ohio's money, on old desks.
And I get this text from her, and she knows that I love the color yellow, right? You know that you've made it in life when you receive a photo from your boss of a yellow toilet.
It happened.
Like, literally.
It was sunshine yellow. It wasn't even 1970s yellow. It was sunshine yellow.
And she sends this picture of this toilet to me. I immediately am like, oh my gosh, yes.
Did I even send words?
You didn't. You just sent it to me. And I was like, hell yeah. So I text, I'm building a house. Not me. I'm having a house built. A house that I built personally would not be habitable. But I'm building a house, so I text my husband the photo, and he goes, "That is actually offensive."
He said it was offensive!
So I tell Paula, I'm like, you know, we're redoing the bathrooms at this new place. We could get the toilet.
We might have one special toilet for Courtney.
I'm not saying that we need to. I'm just saying that, you know, it could be good.
Seriously.
Flannery Fermentations is laughing at. You're definitely allowed to laugh.
Oh, it's... Who sends someone a picture? And I'm with my son, and we're really seriously looking for dust. And I'm like, wait. I gotta take this picture of this toilet and send it to Courtney. And he looks at me, and in his beautiful 24 years of life, he no longer questions it. He goes,
okay.
All right.
You know what, Nick? Was it Nick?
Yeah.
Nick, if you steal all of our beer, then that's what you get.
You get your mom who's
you
supposed
get your
to
mom
be doing this
putting-
and taking pictures of toilets, and the poor kid doesn't even question it. He's just like, you do you, Mom.
He's like, okay.
You didn't ask.
Oh, man. Yeah. So, good times. Good times.
I think we should have a second one of these. You all should have a second one of these.
We're
And
gonna
no one should have to go back to
We're
work.
gonna have to, like, stage a ambush on the boys. Like, I'll distract them somehow, and then
Take their beer?
you take the beer back.
I have never been successful at taking beer from those boys.
Well, we're gonna have to try.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, let's see. What do we have going on next week? What is next week? Next week's the...
Next week, I'm actually coming in to work half a day so I can do the live. And then I'm going camping.
Oh my gosh, listen, this is the cutest thing ever. She's originally supposed to be gone, and then she emails me and goes, "Don't worry, I figured it out. I'm gonna stay just for the live, and then I'm gonna leave after. We do it for you. We do it for you, the fans."
Absolutely. I'm like, yeah, and because I'm gone the following week.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't be gone 2 weeks.
The following week, I'm not making any promises here, but we may have, if you guys saw Zach on one of our previous lives, he talked about kegging. Super knowledgeable guy, avid home brewer with the Firelands Homebrew Club here. He might be coming back in. We might be doing a brew day. Might.
Yeah, we're hoping.
I feel confident enough to tease it, but you never know.
But I'll be gone, so it'll be really fun because Zach knows all the
Hey,
things.
Bougie Scientist is on the live.
Hey.
I'm pretty sure he bought one of the very last
Orangicle's gone.
Thanks a lot for taking all of our product. Actually, thanks a lot.
Yes,
For
absolutely.
reals. We appreciate it. All right, we're going to tap out. It's so hot in here.
Yeah, and I'm going over to work at the new warehouse.
Sweet. So, with that, we will see you next Thursday. Thanks for tuning in.